Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the show where the more obscure your knowledge, the better your chances of winning. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hello, my name is Neil. I'm from Kent, and this is my sister-in-law, Nalini.
Better your name with Eni on the end.
Yes, absolutely.
Nalini, welcome to the show. Couple number two.
Hi, I'm Alwyn. I'm with my wife, Jane Marie, and we are from Coleraine in Northern Ireland.
Couple number three.
My name's Dewi, this is my friend Tom, and we're from Cardiff.
And couple number four.
My name's David, I'm from Gourock. This is my dad, Dave, from Cumbernauld.
And these are today's contestants. Thanks, all of you. We'll find out more about you throughout the show as it goes along. So that just leaves one more person for me to introduce. His pub quiz team call him Gandalf because he is wise, sage, and when he gets angry, he often attacks people with a massive stick. It's my pointless friend, it's Richard.
Hiya. Hi, everybody. Afternoon. Good afternoon to you.
And to you.
Now, what a competition we have today.
Yes. Yes.
We've got England v Scotland v Wales v Northern Ireland. We're going to finally find out once and for all which is best. I've wanted to do this for a long time. I think we'll take whatever happens on this show to be definitive, don't you think?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to call that. I mean, David and Dave, very unlucky last time. We had a great answer from them, but it was wrong.
Knocked out in the first round, but Dowie and Tom, all the way through to the head-to-head, and got knocked out 2-1 in the head-to-head as well, so about as well as you can do without actually winning. So Wales, early favourites.
I'm not going to write off that team from Coleraine. Look at them.
No, they look, yeah.
Hungry.
They do look hungry, don't they? Well, sometimes people don't eat before the show, so it's...
That'll be it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, as always, our questions on Pointless have been put to 100 people before the show. Our contestants here need to find the obscure answers those 100 people didn't get. Of course, everyone's trying to find a pointless answer, that being an answer that none of our 100 people gave. And each time that happens, we will add 250 quid to the jackpot. Now, Emma and Adam didn't win the jackpot last time, so we add another £1,000 to that. So today's jackpot starts off at £3,000. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. Now, remember, the pair with the highest score at the end of the round will be eliminated, and there is to be no conferring during the round itself. Our first category today is US Geography. US Geography. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many US states with 7 or fewer letters in their name. US states with 7 or fewer letters in their name. Richard?
Yeah, it's quite complicated, this one. We are looking for any US state with 7 or fewer letters in its name. OK, good. So have you got your head around it?
Luckily, I don't have to. I don't really have to. I'm going to pretend I understand that question.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pass it over to Neil and Nalini over there. Neil and Nalini, you all drew lots before the show. Today, you're going to go first. Neil, welcome to the show. What do you do, Neil?
I build review websites.
Good. You build websites.
So basically, I create websites, and then I review products and services and write about them. And then people come along and hopefully read the stuff that I've written about, click on the links, and then I get paid a commission for sending the traffic to
Fantastic. What do you call that job?
It's called affiliate marketing.
Affiliate marketing.
Affiliate marketing.
I was trying to get you to say webmaster. I just wanted you to say a webmaster. Are you a webmaster?
I am a webmaster, yes.
Good. Now, Neil, there we are. US states, 7 or fewer letters.
I can think of some really obvious ones. So I don't quite know whether to go for one of those and bank the points or go for the first one that popped into my head. I'm going to say Ohio.
Ohio, says Neil. OK, let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Ohio. It is right. 62. That may not be a bad score. That may not be a bad score, Neil. We'll discover. 62 for Ohio.
Yeah, it's got 4 letters in it, so that's fewer than 7. That's why that's an acceptable answer. Do you see? Oh, you haven't quite got it, have you?
Nope.
No.
Anyway, there we go. Alwyn, great to have you here. Great to have you here from Coleraine. What do you do?
I work in a survey and mapping company.
Oh, that's fun. What sort of mapping?
All sorts. three-dimensional terrain models, database updates.
Fantastic.
Anything.
So what are your interests, Olwyn?
I like watching sport, in particular my local football team, Coleraine.
How are they doing?
Not good.
Not good. They're in the Irish League, are they?
That's right, yeah. Yeah.
OK, well, now then, Olwyn, what are you going to go for? It's US states with 7 or fewer letters.
I've got a couple, but I think I'll go for Oregon.
Oregon,
Yeah.
says Olwyn. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Oregon. "27." Well done. 27 for Oregon.
Well played, Olwyn. Yeah, Oregon. Milk is the state beverage of Oregon. Quite exciting.
That's good.
And the state animal is the beaver.
I'm so pleased to know both of those things.
If you take nothing else home from this show today, please remember that.
Oh, but think of their bones and their teeth and nails and their hair must be so lustrous.
You're talking about the beavers?
Yep. OK, well, thank you very much.
Pleasure.
That's good. There we are. Tom, did you know that, the state beverage?
I didn't actually, but now I will.
I'm never going to forget it. Tom, welcome back to the show. Now, head-to-head last time. Yes, what was your downfall?
Well, we rode our luck, I think. We didn't blow anyone away with our answers, but it was just
I don't remember
enough.
that. No, yeah.
Just enough. And then when it mattered most, the luck ran out, you know?
You're back today, though,
We're
with
back
a
today.
vengeance.
Precisely.
And I think you're going to seal your place in the next round.
We
with
like
a
to think
brilliant US state with 7 or fewer letters.
Well, I'm going to say Maine for my answer.
Maine.
The state of
OK, the state of Maine. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said Maine. "27", our low score, 41 for Maine.
Well played, Tom. Maine is the pine tree state because it's where they invented the air freshener.
Really, they invented the air freshener, or was that...
No, it's called the pine tree state because there's lots of pine trees there.
The pine tree state, of course, yeah. Thanks very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Dave, welcome back. Where are you from, Dave?
From Cumbernauld.
Cumbernauld. That's just a great name, Cumbernauld.
It's not such a great place.
It's not such a great place.
No, it's won the Carbuncle Award on a few years for its main town centre.
I wasn't even aware there was a Carbuncle Award. Carbuncle, the Cumbernauld, the Carbuncle town.
That's it.
I'll tell you what, the one thing we know about Cumbernauld is the state drink isn't milk.
Yeah. Dave, how are you doing on your US states of 7 or fewer
I
letters?
have a few in my head. How low scoring they'll be, I don't know, but I'm going to try Montana.
Montana. Oh, I think the closer you get to 7 letters, this is my hunch, the lower your score. Let's see if that's right. Montana, how many people said that? Well, 27 is our low score at the moment, and you passed that. Look at that, well done. 11, very well done indeed, Dave. That, very well done indeed. 11 points for Montana.
Very well played there on that last podium. Loma, Montana,
Yeah.
holds the world record for the biggest change in temperature in one place in one day. It went from minus 54 degrees.
That's
which is cold.
Yes, I'll give you that.
That's chilly, that's glove weather. Up to plus 49 degrees.
Oh, that's quite hot.
Yeah, that's warm.
Oh.
And it's interesting because in the morning, the state
Yeah.
drink was coffee, and by the afternoon, it was iced tea.
Yeah. Thanks very much indeed, Richard. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at those scores. And we will see that Dave and David are looking very strong at this stage. Brilliant low scoring there from you, Dave. Then we got up to 27, we find Olwyn and Jane Marie. Then up to 41, Tom and Dewi. Neil, it turns out 62 was quite a high score. I wasn't sure, but we now have a context. It's quite high. So, Nalini, you know what you have to do. Best of luck. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please step up to the podium? OK, now, David, remember, we are looking for any US state with 7 or fewer letters in its name.
Yes.
David, now, where do you come from?
I'm from Gourock.
But what happens in Gourock? Not such a carbuncle.
No, it's actually lovely. It's
It
view
sounds
from the
lovely.
window is out over the Clyde estuary. It's hills behind it.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful place to spend your time.
Lovely, perfect. Well, now, David, you've had a little bit of time to think of a 7 or fewer letters US state. What are you going to go for?
There's part of me that wants to go safe, but the part of me that wants to also go for it.
Well, your father has set you up pretty well. If you can score 50 or less, you're through for sure.
I had 3 in my head, one of which I think is actually a city, but I think I know the state it's in. So you don't get anything for being too safe, so I'm going to go for Georgia.
Georgia,
Yes.
says David, Georgia. Here's your red line. Get below that red line and you are through to round 2. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Georgia. It's right. And you're through. Very well done, David. That's what you had to do. 22 it scores. Our second lowest score so far. It takes your total up to 33. Well done.
Well played, David. I bet that feels better than last time,
It feels
doesn't it?
much better.
Yeah,
Very
absolutely.
relieved, yeah.
Now then, Dewi, welcome back. Remind us what you do, Dewi.
I'm a guitarist, so I do a bit of Spanish and then a bit of, well, my original stuff, so Welsh, I suppose.
And did you ever do any singing?
No, I've tried it, but I go by the rule of if people have paid, I won't sing.
Yeah.
But if they, yeah,
I like the way Tom just laughed when I asked that
Because he's
question.
seen it.
OK. OK, now there you are. You're on 41. The high scorers at the moment still Nalini and Neil on 62. So 20 or less gets you through.
I'm going to go for the 7-letter, Vermont.
Vermont.
Yeah.
Oh, Vermont. There's your red line. If you get below that with Vermont, you're in round 2. Let's see how many people said Vermont. Very well done indeed. 12. Takes your total to 53, sees you into round 2.
Well played, Dowie. Yeah, Montpellier, Vermont, the capital. It's the only state capital in the US without a McDonald's.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks very much indeed. Now then, Jane Marie, there you are on 27. What do you do, Jane Marie?
I'm a civil servant.
And what do you get up to when you're not doing that, Jane Marie?
We do a lot of pub quizzes and I sing in a choir, community choir, which has just started.
Now, there you are on 27. The high scorers at the moment, Nalini and Neil on 62. 34 or less sees you through. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm devastated because I had my fingers crossed nobody would say Vermont. So I'm going to say Kansas.
Kansas, says Jane Marie. Let's see if that's right. There's your red line. Get below that, you're in round 2. Let's see if Kansas can get you there. It's right. Very well done indeed. 26. 53 is your total, Jane Marie.
Well played, Jane Marie. Yep, and their state motto is to the stars through difficulty.
I wonder which stars they have in mind.
It's difficult to get to any star.
Yeah, well, yeah. Russ Abbott, you can get through to him. He's available.
Easier than some. Yeah.
Easier than some.
The Chuckle
but-
Brothers are very accessible.
Yes, that's true. Thanks very much indeed. Now then, oh, Nalini, you know the writing is on the wall. You're already the high scorers, and you haven't even had a chance to give your brilliant answer. What do you do, Nalini?
I'm an operations manager for a big American multinational corporation.
And what do you get up to in your spare time, Nalini?
I play bridge, Scrabble. So I play Scrabble with my brother, who lives in a state with 5 letters, so I could use that one.
You could use that one.
Yeah, so...
Have you had lots of your better answers used already?
Well, I've got 3 answers in my head. One is... where
OK,
I
you
said-
can talk us through all
Can I
of them if you
talk
like.
through- So the 5-letter one is Texas, because my brother lives in Texas. But I thought of Arizona, and I also thought of Iowa. So I think I'm going to go with Iowa.
You're going to go with Iowa. You're going to throw out my theory that the nearer you get to 7 letters, the lower the score.
Got nothing to lose, have
You have
Test
nothing
your
to lose.
theory.
So Iowa it is. Let's see if Iowa's right. Let's see how many people said that. No red line, I'm afraid, as you are the high scorers. $30. 30 takes your total up to 92.
Yeah, actually, Xander's theory is almost exactly perfect. The bottom 7 all have 7 letters. Let's take a look at the best scorers. Indiana with 5. It looks like it's got more than 7 letters, Indiana. That's his problem. As does the next one up, Wyoming. It feels like it's got 8 letters at least. It doesn't. It's only got 7. That would have scored 8. Alabama and Montana both scored 11. Arizona would have scored you 18, so it would have been a better answer. Kansas is actually the best answer of all the ones without 7 letters. You would have got 31 for Hawaii, you got 35 for Nevada, 37 for Idaho, 41 for Alaska. And the top 3, Florida, 61. Ohio, 62, second highest scorer of all, Neil. And right at the top, Texas, lucky he didn't say Texas, 70 points.
Thanks very much indeed. Well, at the end of our first round, I'm afraid it's Neil and Nalini we have to say goodbye to with their high score of 92. That was tough. Yeah, Ohio, that was a punishing one there. But it's been great having you on the show. We'll see you again next time when I'm sure you'll go much, much further. But thanks very much, Neil and Nalini. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. And so 3 pairs remain. Obviously, at the end of this round, we'll have to say goodbye to another pair just for our head-to-head round. Well, England, out of the competition. Surprising how easily that rolls off the tongue, isn't it? Best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for the second round is celebrity soldiers. Oh, that's what I have with my egg every morning. Celebrity soldiers. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns famous people who've been in the armed forces. Famous people who've been in the armed forces, Richard.
On each pass, we're going to give you 6 descriptions of famous people who've served in the armed forces, either now or in the past. You just need to give us the most obscure answer, please. There's going to be 12 in all, 12 people to get at home. Very best of luck.
Thanks very much indeed. So we are looking for the famous former members of the armed forces described by these clues, and here's our first board of 6. Rower who won a gold medal in London 2012 in the women's coxless pair. Played Saruman in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, the singer who had hits with You're Beautiful and Goodbye My Lover, left-wing singer-songwriter who wrote the song A New England, wrote the Junior Officers Reading Club about his experiences in the army, and set a British men's 400-metre hurdles record in 1992. I'll read those one last time. Rower who won a gold medal in London 2012 in the women's coxless pair, played Saruman in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, the singer who had hits with You're Beautiful and Goodbye My Lover, the left-wing singer-songwriter who wrote the song A New England, wrote the Junior Officers Reading Club about his experiences in the army, and set a British men's 400-metre hurdles record in 1992. There we are, 6 former members of the armed forces. Jane Marie, you get to go first. That's quite a challenging board, do you think? Or
yes, yes, it's challenging. I'm going to go with the left-wing singer-songwriter and hope that it's Billy Bragg.
Billy Bragg, says Jane Marie. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said Billy Bragg. It's quite right. 13. 13 for Billy Bragg.
Yeah, he served 3 months in 1981 in the Queen's Royal Irish Hussars before buying himself out of the army.
Thanks very much. Now then, Tom.
Hi.
Tom, how do you find this board?
I think I'm going to take a punt on the second one. Saruman in Lord of the Rings was Christopher Lee.
Christopher Lee, says Tom. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said Christopher Lee. Is right. Look at that, 11. 11 for Christopher Lee.
Well played, Tom. He served in various regiments in the Second World War. He was in the precursor to the SAS, Christopher Lee. He was a flight lieutenant in the RAF. And he always said in 1962 he was turned down a part in the film The Longest Day because they said he didn't look like a military man.
Ha! He's a dude, Christopher Lee.
He is a dude.
Yeah. Thanks very much indeed. Now then, Dave, you're the last person to have this board, so help yourself.
I was going to go for the Christopher Lee one as well. That was the only one I was really sure about. And I think I have to take a punt at the third one. I think it might be James Blunt.
You're going to say James Blunt for the singer who had those hits. Let's see if it is James Blunt. Let's see how many people said it. It's right. Ooh, 55. That's a high score. 55 for James Blunt.
It is a high score. He was a lifeguards officer, saw service in Kosovo, James Blunt. Now, let's take a look through the rest of this. Let's start with the bottom one, the British men's 400-metre hurdle record holder. You'll know him by his laugh. It's Chris Akabusi.
Ah.
Would have scored you 5 points. Up the top there is Heather Stanning. Helen Glover being the other one. 1 point for Heather Stanning. And this last answer is a pointless answer. It's a terrific book. It's by Patrick Hennessy. Very well done if you said that.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at those scores. 11, very well done, Tom, the best score of that pass. 13 for Jane Marie and Alwyn. Then, I'm sorry, Dave and David up there on 55. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 6 more clues on the board. Here they come. We've got leader of the Liberal Democrats, 1988 to 99, presenter of Scrap Heap Challenge and the Hungry Sailors, Conservative Party leader, 2001 to 2003. This actor's real name is Maurice Micklewhite, double gold medal winner at the 2004 Olympics in the 800 metres and the 1500 metres, and the science fiction writer known for the Heliconia trilogy? I'll read those all one last time. Leader of the Liberal Democrats from 1988 to 99, presenter of Scrap Heap Challenge and the Hungry Sailors, the Conservative Party leader 2001 to 2003. This actor's real name is Maurice Micklewhite, double gold medal winner at the 2004 Olympics in the 800 metres and the 1500 metres, and science fiction writer known for the Heliconia trilogy. There we are. Remember, you're going to try and find the lowest scoring answer on that board. David, you are the high scorers at the moment on 55.
There's a couple that I feel I should know, but nothing that I'm actually sure of. I'm probably going blank, so I'm just going to go Conservative Party leader 2001 to 2003. I don't even know if it's right. I'm just going to go John Major.
John Major, says David. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said it. There's no red line for you, as you are the highest scorers. Oh, I'm sorry, David. I think you knew that was a wild stab in the dark. That scores you 100 points and it takes your total up to 155. I'm afraid Scotland will be leaving the contest.
Ratings on the wall, yes.
Oh, dear, sorry.
Yeah, that's after his time.
I kind of knew it was, but it was that way where you try to look for a name and it was one that came to mind.
There we are now then, Dewi. Dewi, how do you find the board?
I think I know who the Conservative Party leader was for that period, but it can't be certain enough. I think I know who presents Scrap Heap Challenge, but is that the current presenter?
It's the one who was once in the armed forces.
Oh, that one, all right. I also know the actor whose real name is Maurice Micklewhite, I think.
OK, well, take your pick.
It's quite hard. I don't know how many people watch Scrap Heap Challenge. Robert Llewellyn, it should be pronounced. I think he goes by Llewellyn.
Llewellyn.
Robert Llewellyn.
OK, Robert Llewellyn. OK, let's see if that's right. No red line for you as you're already through, but let's see how many people said Robert Llewellyn. Oh, after all that, Dewi, I'm sorry to say an incorrect answer. It scores you the maximum of 100 points, takes your total up to 111, but you are through.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert Llewellyn did present Scrap Heap Challenge, but so did the other gentleman here. And obviously, Robert Llewellyn didn't do the Hungry Sailors.
Now then, Orwin. Again, great news for you. You are in the head-to-head. Better news, this board is all yours, and nobody has filled in any of the blanks there. So you can just take us through it.
The Olympic medal winner, I think that might be Kelly Holmes. Liberal Democrat leader's Paddy Ashdown. Don't know the Scrap Heap Challenge. Not sure about the Conservative Party. I'll go for the Maurice Micklewhite. I think that's Michael Caine.
Michael Caine, says Orwin. No red line for you as you're already through, but let's see how many people said Michael Caine. 25 takes your total up to 38. Orwin, well done, you're through.
Well played, Orwin. Yeah, did his national service in the Royal Fusiliers and served in the Korean War, Michael Caine. Now, let's fill in the rest of this board. You did quite well there, actually. You gave us a couple of them. Paddy Ashdown was the leader of the Liberal Democrats. He would have scored you 41. You were right about Kelly Holmes as well. She was the double gold medal winner. She would have scored you 8. Now, the presenter of Scrap Heap Challenge and the Hungry Sailors, the man with an enormously impressive moustache, Dick Strawbridge, was the answer to that. Well done if you said that at home. 3 points for that. The Conservative Party leader, 2001 to 2003.
Ian Duncan Smith.
Ian Duncan Smith, yeah. He would have scored you 18. And the science fiction writer is Brian Aldiss. And he's the best answer on the board. 1 point if you said that.
Thanks very much indeed. So at the end of our second round, the pair who are heading home with their high score of 155, it's David and Dave, Scotland, leaving the contest. I'm so sorry. You started so well. What a great first round. Well, I'm so sorry to say goodbye to you. It's been lovely having you on the show. I'm sorry we didn't get to see more of you this time. But thanks very much for playing, David and Dave.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
But for the remaining two pairs, it's now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Orwin, Jane Marie, Dewi and Tom. You are now one step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £3,000. Well, we've been giving away quite a lot of jackpots recently. We have to decide who is going to go through to the final and play for that money now. So you're going to go head-to-head. You're now allowed to confer before you give your answers, and the first pair to win 2 questions will be going through to the final. Well, best of luck to both pairs. Let's play the head-to-head. OK, here comes your first question, and it concerns Rolling Stones singles. Rolling Stones singles.
We're going to give you 5 visual clues now, which hint at the titles of Rolling Stone singles. We'll also give you the year in which the single was a hit. Can you identify them and give us the most obscure?
Thanks very much indeed. So let's reveal our 5 Rolling Stones singles, and here they are. We have got A, B, C, D, and E. There we are, 5 visual clues to Rolling Stones singles. Alwyn and Jane Marie, you've played best throughout the show so far, so you will go first.
I think we know 3 for sure, and 1 that we might know. To play it safe, I think, I'll say A is Start Me Up.
Start Me Up. Alwyn and Jane Marie, Start Me Up. Now, Dewi and Tom, do you want to talk us through the rest of the board?
B is Painted Black. C would be Brown Sugar. D, they weren't that good in the 80s. I don't really know that at all. But E, I don't know who the woman is, but thinking of any songs with women's names, I'd go for Angie. So
I think Start Me Up was going to be our backup choice, because we think B and C are too well known, so we'll go
E,
with
Angie.
E, Angie, say Dewi and Tom. E, Angie. So we have Start Me Up and we have Angie. Now, Alwyn and Jane Marie played it safe, they said, and went for Start Me Up. Let's see how safe that was. 17, not bad. Dewi and Tom have said that E is Angie. Angie, let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Angie. It's right. Ooh, 45. 45, surprising result there. But Alwyn and Jane Marie, very well done. After one question, you're up 1-0.
Yeah, I think a lot of people know that is Anita Dobson playing Angie Watts there. Very, very well-known character. B, you're right, was Paint It Black, which scored you 50 points. C is Brown Sugar.
It's got 1. It's got D.
Would have scored you 66. And what do you think D is?
It's Harlem Shuffle.
Harlem Shuffle. That's the right answer, and that would have scored you 10 points. It would have been the best answer on the board.
Thanks very much indeed. OK, here comes your second question. Dewi and Tom, you get to answer it first, but you have to win it to stay in the game, so best of luck. It concerns the Ashes. The Ashes. Richard.
It's going to give you 5 clues now to facts about the Ashes. Can you give us the most obscure answer?
Thanks very much indeed. OK, so let's reveal our 5 clues. Here they come. The century it became known as the Ashes. The Australian spin bowler delivered the ball of the century in 1993. Australian City home to the Wacker ground. The year Michael Vaughan captained England to the first victory in 18 years. And the 3-letter name of the small trophy originally said to symbolise the ashes of English cricket. I'll read those all one last time. The century it became known as the Ashes. The Australian spin bowler delivered the ball of the century in 1993. The Australian City home to the Wacker ground. The year Michael Vaughan captained England to the first victory in 18 years, and the 3-letter name of the small trophy originally said to symbolise the ashes of English cricket. There we are. Dewi and Tom, you'll go first.
I'll take the reins on this one. Okay. He told me he's good at sports. That's fine. That's fine.
Well, my dad's a huge cricket fan, so hopefully some of that's rubbed off on me. I'm going to go for Australian City home to the Wacker ground. I believe the W and the A stand for Western Australia, so I'm going to say Perth.
Perth. Say Dewi and Tom. Perth for the Wacker. Alwyn and Jane Marie, do you want to talk us through the rest of the board?
Yes, we do want to, but we can't. Shane Warne's the bowler, but I think that'll be too popular. We'll take a punt on the bottom one and say it's called the Urn.
The Urn. So we have Perth and we have the Urn. Dewi and Tom said Perth. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said Perth. Absolutely right, of course. There we are, 10. Good answer, good score. Orwin and Jane-Marie taking a bit of a punt, but have said they think it is called the urn, the small trophy that holds the ashes. Let's see if that's right, the urn. It is right. What will it score? 40. Well done, Tom. Your dad set you up there very nicely. After 2 questions, it's 1-1.
Yeah, very well played. There's only one answer that would have beaten Perth. It's not the top one. The century is the 19th century. That would have scored you 26 points. The Australian spin bowler, you're absolutely right, was Shane Warne. You're right as well that it would have scored you too many points, though. 21. And this one would have won you the points. The year Michael Vaughan captained England to first victory.
2005.
2005 is the right answer. And that would have scored 3 points.
Thanks very much indeed. So here comes your third question. This is the decider. Whoever wins this goes through to the final and plays for that jackpot. Best of luck to both pairs. It concerns H.G. Wells novels. H.G. Wells novels. Richard.
We can show you the initials now of 5 novels by H.G. Wells alongside the date at which they were first published. Can you identify the most obscure of these? Best of luck, both teams.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, let's reveal our 5 H.G. Wells novels with bits taken out. And here we have the initials TBOB, 1932, TFM-ITM, 1901, TIODM, 1896, TIM, 1897, and TWOTW, 1898. I'll read those all one last time. TBOB, 1932, TFM-ITM, 1901, TIODM, 1896, TIM, 1897, and TWOTW, 1898. Orwin and Jane-Marie will go first.
This is a bit tricky for us, so we're going to play it safe. We only know one. I think it'll be the one that everyone knows, but the bottom one is The War of the Worlds.
The War of the Worlds, say Orwin and Jane-Marie. Now then, Dewi and Tom, it all comes down to this. Talk us through that board if you can.
If only we could. We know the third one, the island of Dr. Moreau? Tom?
I think it's Moreau.
Moreau.
And we knew the War of the Worlds as well. We were expecting a few others, but they haven't materialised. So, because the bottom one's gone, we're going to go for the island of Dr. Moreau as the third.
The island of Dr. Moreau, say Dewi and Tom. OK, so we have the War of the Worlds from Orwin and Jane-Marie. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said it. 57 for the War of the Worlds. Dewi and Tom have gone for the island of Dr. Moreau. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said it. Will it beat 57? It's right. You are in the final. Very well done. Oh, it's a great answer. 5. Well done, Dewi and Tom. After 3 questions, you are through to the final 2-1.
Well played, Dowie and Tom. Talking of things that didn't materialise, can anyone guess TIM?
Oh.
The Invisible Man.
The Invisible Man, yeah. Would have scored 9 points. TFM-ITM, it was the first men in the moon and would have scored you 12 points. And TBOB is a pointless answer. Very well done at home. If anyone said, and I bet you didn't, the Bolpington of Blupp. Pointless answer. It's not the sort of one you can guess at, that, is it?
Thanks very much. So the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round, I'm afraid Orwin and Jane-Marie, our strongest pair coming into the head-to-head. Just Dewi and Tom whipped it out from under your noses, I'm afraid. We will see you again next time, though. We'll look forward to that very much indeed. Orwin and Jane-Marie, thanks so much for playing. But for Dewi and Tom, it's now time for our pointless final. Congratulations, Dewi and Tom. You've seen off all the competition and you've won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at £3,000. Very, very well done. Pretty comprehensive victory, but you've played very well throughout the show. And Wales, through to the final. Look at that, yeah. Carrying the trophy for Wales, so well done. What would you like to see come up in this round?
I think Dewi's strong subject is film. If
definitely.
that comes up, that's looking good.
Well, very best luck. You have 4 categories to choose from, and here they are. We've got European politics, Oliver's, British gangster films, artists in the Tate's collection.
Right. OK. Immediately get rid of the 4th one.
European politics, I know very little.
Yeah,
Oliver Twist? Unless that's the answer, then...
Mate, we're going to have to go. We're going to have to go film. We're going to have to.
Yeah.
You just said a second ago.
Exactly,
I thought
exactly.
Yeah, but I haven't seen that many British gangster films. No, I think... Yeah, we'll go for it.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right. Best of luck. They're going for film, British gangster film.
Good luck, guys. We're looking for the name of anyone who received an acting credit in any of the following 3 films. The 2000 film Sexy Beast, anyone who received an acting credit in that. Anyone who received an acting credit in the 1980 film The Long Good Friday. Or anyone who received an acting credit for the 1998 film Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. So anyone, according to IMDb, with an acting credit in any of those 3 films. Very, very best of luck.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. And to win that jackpot, £3,000, all you have to do is find just one pointless answer among those. Now, remember, the answers you provide can come from any of those categories. It's entirely up to you how you spread them across. They could all be from one category, if you like, or one from each. Entirely down to you. Are you ready?
Yes.
OK, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Right, Sexy Beast, you've got Ray Winstone and Ben Kingsley, but the one that might be pointless is, I think, Amanda Redgrave. Forget about that, though, because I'm not too confident. Long Good Friday, Pierce Brosnan is the Irish guy. He's right at the end. He's not, doesn't say anything. Pierce Brosnan. So he's a bit of an extra, so might not have credit. Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels is Jason Fleming. Who's the guy who's in This Is England? He plays Al Capone in Boardwalk Empire.
Thompson?
I think he's one of the
Stephen
Scousers.
Stephen Graham.
Yeah.
Stephen Graham? That's his name,
Is he
isn't
one of the Scousers at the end, then?
He's
He steals the guns originally.
Yes. With the mask over his head.
Yeah. There's the guys in the Rachel Papers who plays Soap.
Mate, who are we going for?
Definitely Jason Fleming.
All right.
Pierce Brosnan? Have you seen The Long Good Friday?
Yeah, ages ago.
Do you remember him in it?
No.
That's a good sign.
10 seconds left.
I can't remember anyone else from Long Good Friday except Bob Hoskins.
Think of Lock, Stock.
Well, obviously there's Vinnie Jones.
OK, your time is now up. Some great answers, I think, in the melange there. What are you going to go for?
We'll say Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan.
For The Long Good Friday.
For The Long Good Friday.
Jason Fleming for Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels.
Jason Fleming.
And
Stephen Graham, also for Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels.
And Stephen Graham. Which do you think is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan we'll put last. Which is your least likely to be pointless?
I'd say Stephen Graham, because I'm not 100% certain that's even his name.
OK.
It's close.
Stephen Graham, we'll put Stephen Graham first.
I'm not certain, so we'll put him first.
And then in the middle, we've
Jason
got Jason
Fleming.
Fleming. Perfect. OK, let's pop those up on the board in that order. And here they are. We've got Stephen Graham, we've got Jason Fleming, and we've got Pierce Brosnan. Well, very, very best of luck. Your first answer was Stephen Graham. You thought this was probably your least likely to be pointless. You weren't even entirely sure if it's right. Only one of them has to be pointless, remember, for you to win that jackpot. 3,000, it's quite a nice jackpot. What would you do with your split of that, Debbie?
I'd be tempted by another guitar, but I've got 7 already, and
gotta
I'm running
have
out of
another.
room to store them.
You've got to have an 8th guitar.
Yeah, a banjo would be nice. I'd go with them. Or mandolin, lute.
OK. Tom, how about you?
Well, I enjoy travelling. I'd like to go on a bit of a holiday. Maybe South America is a part of the world I'd love to see. But I'm also a huge fan of breakfast, Alexander. Huge fan of breakfast.
One of my favourite bands, yes.
I'd invest in maybe a nice breakfast set. It's like a nice toaster, a juicer.
breakfast set?
Like, you know, all the things you need to make a decent breakfast.
Tom, that is singularly the best answer I've had when I've asked people. A breakfast set.
I'd march into someone and say, I want a breakfast set. The finest breakfast set $1.5 grand can buy.
Brilliant. OK, excellent. Best of luck. So first answer, as I say, Stephen Graham. In this case, you were submitting him as a cast member of Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. Let's see if that's pointless. Let's see if it'll win you 3,000 quid. Oh, no. We'll discover what was wrong with that answer at the end. So not a pointless answer is the key point. So only 2 more shots at today's jackpot. Your next answer was Jason Fleming, again, for Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. Let's see if it's right. Let's see if it's pointless. Let's see how many people said it. That's more like it. Definitely on safer ground here with Jason Fleming. Well, if this goes all the way down to 0, it wins you that jackpot of £3,000. Your first answer was incorrect. Jason Fleming now going down in single figures. Very much. Oh, 1! 1! Oh. Whoa. Oh, bad luck. That was close. But I tell you what, it's all going in the right direction. 100 on your first question. 1 on your second. So only one more chance to win today's jackpot. Everything is now riding on Pierce Brosnan from The Long Good Friday. Now, you're pretty sure he's credited. He hardly appears.
It's
Nothing to do with me.
positive, 100%
Yep.
positive he's in it.
That's a bad sign.
It's such...
Yeah.
That's a bad
You won't be saying that when you're eating from your breakfast set.
I love
It's
this
such
breakfast
a
set.
small role, though.
It
He's
could be
pretty
the
much an
perfect
extra.
answer. OK, well, let's find out. That sounds like perfect pointless candidate. Let's see, Pierce Brosnan. Is he in The Long Good Friday? Is it going to be pointless? Will it win Dewi and Tom £3,000? It's right. It's right. There could be a banjo, there could be a breakfast set riding on this. First answer was incorrect. Your second answer stopped at 1. Pierce Brosnan, though, taking us down through single figures. Down it goes. Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh. What would you have had in there? A waffle maker, maybe?
All sorts of stuff.
Oh, I am so sorry. Oh, that's bad luck. I thought that was going to go all the way down.
Never mind.
I'm afraid you didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer, which means you don't win today's jackpot of £3,000. That will roll over onto the next show. But it's been brilliant having you on both shows. You've been such good value. And some great answers there. I'm so sorry. The breakfast set will have to wait. But don't forget, you get a pointless trophy each. So there we are. It wasn't all for nothing.
Unlucky, gents. Not a terrible category for you. At least you had a chance with that one. Stephen Graham, not in Lock, Stock, I'm afraid. He's in Snatch, the follow-up. He's in all sorts of things. Stephen Graham's brilliant, one of our finest actors. Let's take a look at the pointless answers for all three. For Sexy Beast, you could have had Cavan Kendall. James Fox would have been a pointless answer for that. Rocky Taylor's more usually a stuntman, Rocky Taylor. And Terence Plummer. Well done if you said any of those. Now, Long Good Friday, Derek Thompson, probably better known to British viewers as Charlie from Casualty, Derek Thompson. Dexter Fletcher was a pointless answer. He's very young in that film. And he would have scored, he would have scored 3 points for Lock, Stock. He's in that as well. Gillian Telforth has a small part in that. And Carl Howman, better known as Jacko from Brushstrokes. He's also in the Long Good Friday. Now, Lock, Stock, there's a few answers people would have got. Danny John Jules, better known as Cat from Red Dwarf. Rob Brydon, who plays a traffic warden, do you remember? Yeah, absolutely. Vaz Blackwood, he plays Rory Breaker in that film. And Victor Maguire. Very, very well done if you got any of those at home.
Thanks very much indeed. Well, unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to you, Dewi and Tom, but it's been brilliant having you on the show. Thank you both so much for playing. Dewi and Tom. Well, sadly, Dewi and Tom didn't win our jackpot today, which means it rolls over onto the next show when we will be playing for £4,000. Join us next time, see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.